a lot of people lately have been swept up into this new Tesla mania. And I'm really talking about the stock price, not just buying the cars. Take a look at this video. I'm going to tell you how I read it, what's happened, why it's happened, whether Tesla's going to crash, and what you can do about it going forward if it does. All right, so a lot of people are looking at Tesla. Maybe you even own some. You've been swept up into the Tesla mania. Hey, I have some of this stock, and I play it in a way that's fairly conservative, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't affected in the last 3 days where Tesla has lost 16% of its market value because of a tweet that Elon Musk did. Now, I'm going to give you a different perspective on this tweet. So Elon Musk came out the other day and said, hey, if they want to tax my unrealized capital gains, since I don't make a salary, what do you think, guys? And he put this out as a poll. Should I just go ahead and sell 10% of my Tesla? Now, he didn't say he was going to sell it. He didn't say he wasn't going to sell it. But the implication was that he would be considering selling it because he would have to sell it to pay the taxes under these proposed crazy unrealized capital gains rules, which is basically, let's tax your wealth. Well, some people don't make salaries, right? A lot of people make salaries, but some people don't. So they would have to sell stock. And what happened here is a message that I think, as a genius, he really was sending to the Congress, to the people. Like, look, you can't, just because I'm wealthy doesn't mean you can just take my money. I've earned it. I haven't even taken a salary all these years. I only make money if my stock goes up. Sure, he's one of the top 3 richest men, depending on the day, in the world, based on his Tesla stock. So, wow, we're not going to cry for him, right? But if they're coming after him and saying, hey, you've got all this wealth, we want you to pay tax, we're going to take it from you, he's going to sell the stock. And now look what happened. It lost 15 or 16% in 3 days. It's going to be more today. I see the stock is about 1,000 right now. And, you know, Elon Musk himself put himself out there and lost $50 billion. Okay, we're not going to cry for Elon Musk losing $50 billion or whatever the amount of stock was that it's worth. I thought that was the number. It sounds too high to me. But the stock itself could have lost 50. Bottom line is people are getting swept away in this. So whether you want to blame him for the tweet, whether you want to blame Congress for floating out this stupid idea about taxing people's wealth or taxing their unrealized gains, that means they could come and tax you on your house if it's gone up in value, or even if it hasn't gone up in value. They could say, you know what, we like, you know, you're rich, you've got a $500,000 house, we're going to come out and tax you on that house, whether you sold it or not, whether you pay taxes on it or not, whether you pay your property taxes every year or not, whether you pay your income taxes every year or not. I don't know about you, but once they start to pass a tax, very rarely do they unpass the tax, right? So they're going to come after, right now it's going to be the billionaires, and then soon it's going to lower the threshold, and pretty soon it's going to be anybody over 400,000, which is the number they're talking about. And a lot of us don't make 400,000, a lot of us do. And so we're like, oh, that's not for us. By the way, the richest people in the world aren't the people that are going to be taxed by all these new taxes. They're talking about people that make $400,000. Those are employees. Those are high wage earners. It's not the billionaires. Jeff Bezos is still not going to pay tax. He gets all these write-offs, right? Because that's in the tax code. It's not like he's a tax cheat. They put these write-offs in there to give incentive to Jeff Bezos to invest in infrastructure, to invest in his company, to hire employees. When you give these incentives to businesses, which is basically they're called expenses, right? And also depreciation, amortization for buying real estate, you're giving them an incentive to invest in the economy. Cool, right? Well, then they get rich on that. Okay, well, that's what this country's about. You take some risks, you get incentives by the government. It's not their idea to do this. The government put those incentives in place. They took the risk, they got rich, and now you say, okay, now we want that money back. All right, maybe that's fair. But on unrealized wealth, that means that it could come after you. So if you think that the billionaires are going to be paying more taxes, maybe a couple will, but you got another thing coming. What they're doing is they're coming after high wage earners. People at $400,000 is what they're saying. Well, that's today. Next year, it'll be $200,000. The year after that, it'll be $100,000. Pretty soon, that's a tax you never get rid of. It's always in place. And so that's how these things happen, right? They've happened slowly, then all at once. Now, I told you I was going to talk a bit about Tesla, and I got a little carried away here. But the bottom line is, Elon Musk basically put himself out there to say, hey, everybody, here's what happens if the government tries to come after billionaires. Okay. All the other people that are shareholders in Tesla, and there's a lot of them, and I know a lot of them, they're affected as well. Right. So I look at it in a couple of ways. He put himself out there on the tax thing and said, let's see what happens. Now we know what happens. Stock's down 16%. His wealth is down, incredibly. But he's also sending a message. On the other side, here's what I think he might be doing. This is how genius he is. He puts this tweet out there. He doesn't say he's going to sell or not sell. And because he doesn't say that, they can't get him in trouble, right? Because he's tweeting under a different name lately. And so these things are he's just putting a message out there. Now, if we want to be insidious about it, and I think there might be something to this, Elon Musk has done this in the past. He says something, the stock goes down, and maybe it's cheaper for him to buy more. Genius? That's the way I look at it. And so if you think Elon Musk believes in his company, and he's got SpaceX, and he's got Mars coming up, he's got battery plants coming up, if you think he believes in himself, maybe he just figured out a way to get an opportunity to buy more. Time will tell on that. So let's take a look at the chart, and I'll tell you, the stock is down a huge amount over the last couple of days, a couple hundred points. And, is it going to continue to go down? Well, there's a lot of people that made this rise on the way up. Let me show you the chart here. All right, so let's take a look at the chart here. I like to start with the weeklies when I read a chart. I'm not going to go into the fundamentals of Tesla because they're pretty good. The company is increasing earnings, production, margins, all those kinds of things. What I am going to talk about is what you see on the chart. So you can see right here, we're right here, and today is November 10th. So you're seeing right here that Tesla made a big down candle, and it did it on some pretty significant volume. It's 103% of its normal volume. By the way, I use MarketSmith. They're great charts, a great service. If you like it, look into it. I get nothing out of promoting them, but I really like them. So take a look. That is the candle that's causing all this havoc, right? It doesn't look like much when you compare it to all this action that's happened over the last several years since 2014, which is what this chart shows. But it does show a significant increase over the last several years. And then we've had this little decline of, 16, 17%. So that's indicative. Plus, it's also closed at the bottom of its weekly range. We don't like that. That's negative. And it did it on volume. We don't like that. It's negative. So let's take a look at the daily. So now you see that we broke out here 3 weeks ago. We went up. A bunch of people are taking profits now. And that's part of this sell-off, in addition to the Musk tweet that I talked about. But there's some natural profit taking. A lot of people that bought it all in here got to see if they held it. This big breakout where we're up 38% from $900. Wow, big money was made there. And now some of the people are like, oh my God, Elon's selling. I better sell too. And there's some insider selling and some other reasons as well. But let's look at the daily. If I blow this up now, this is a daily chart coming up here. Take a look at this. And this looks different, doesn't it? Right? So this is that little formation, that cup formation, and then we had that breakout a couple of weeks ago, a gap up. Now, gaps get filled. That's my saying, right? So we had a gap here, that there's a gap that's going to be filled at some point. Now, who knows when it is, but there's just kind of stocks have memory. So remember that little spot right there because that's going to want to get filled someday. Now, there was also another little gap right here, which got filled yesterday. See that little gap? It's not much. It's only a couple bucks on the chart. But it got filled yesterday. But look at this big elephant in the room. There's a gap right in here. You see that thing? And that wants to get filled. And that gap's, I think, at around, it's around 910, which is the breakout spot in that area. And so it wants to go test that range. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla test that. Now, this is the breakout a lot of people are forgetting about. And this is a breakout. See that little one right there? I'll put it on the other side so you can see that gap. That gap is basically at 843. So this stock right now is at 1,000. It could fall another, 15, 20% and get to 843 and test that spot. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I think this recent high of January of 2020, where the stock was at 900, I think that's basically where the line in the sand is. All these people experience that gap up. It's going to come down. It'll probably test that area
maybe it'll stop now, but this magnet is kind of pulling it back into this gap and this $900 area. So I don't know if it's going to go down there. Gaps get filled, I believe. There's a gap there. There's a few gaps on this chart. Notice how this gap got filled right there. You see that one there? It's hard to see because it's so small compared to some of this movement. You see this gap, how it got filled? Gaps just get filled, guys. Look, there's another one. Got filled. And so if you just look at any chart, you'll see gaps get filled over time. It's just something that happens, and I don't really know why. Here's one. Now, this is a gap that might get filled someday too. Who knows? Probably will. It could be a couple years. Maybe it'll be never. I don't know. Maybe this is one of those stocks that never just goes down. It just keeps going up and splits and does that kind of thing. So that's the way I look at it. Now, here's what I really think as well. So we have a little short-term pain going on. We have some gaps that are going to get filled on this chart. But over the long term, let's go back to the weekly. Take a look at this, right? Over the long term, this stock has basically had this long consolidation, broke out. There's some profit taking. Chances are this leg up from 34 to 900, there's a lot of that leg that could repeat. I especially think this little leg right here from about the $400 level all the way up to the $900 level, it's a 500-point move, could repeat. And I think that repetition would start at around the 850, 900 level. Well, it came close. So I think that's where it wants to go. My prediction on Tesla is it's probably going to go to $1,800 before it really rests. But in that period of time, you're going to see a lot of volatility, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of tweeting, a lot of craziness, a lot of discussion around it, huge volumes, wide price spread, big distribution, big accumulation, like you're starting to see on the right side of this chart. That's the way I see Tesla. Don't be alarmed in the short term, because in the long term, it's got a longer term trend that's in place. But there are some profit takers happening right here. This thing could go down, consolidate around the $1,000, the $900 level, and it could stay there for months before it makes that big move. Can you handle that pain if you want to wait it out? Well, I have a system that we teach that shows people how to handle that pain if you wait it out. It's called the cash flow machine. It works really well. It basically pays you income. But if you just want to buy and hold and just hope, you might be sitting here for a while. Who knows? Maybe the buyers come back in and drive this thing higher. But right now it's rife with speculation, and it's one of those where you got to hang on, baby, because it's going to be wild.
All right. So now you've seen the chart. Hey, listen, a lot of people like the way I read charts, and all I can tell you is I'm a probability guy. I have no idea whether something's going to work or not work, or whether the chart's right. All I do is try to get probabilities in my favor, because that's the only way you can trade. Nobody has a crystal ball. Mine is in the shop. And so I don't really know if Tesla's going to go up or go down. I could just tell you there are spots on the chart that have some probabilities. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little rant that I had on Tesla. I think it's a really interesting story rather than something I get mad at. I always try to learn from these stories. Maybe you did too. Maybe you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit like and subscribe. By the way, stay tuned for a quick little commercial. I've got a new cryptocurrency hedge fund that I'm really excited about. And if you're one of those people that is looking to get into cryptocurrencies and you don't exactly know how to do it, you don't want to spend your time managing the portfolio actively, I can do that for you. We can do that. I have a team of people that's been researching this for the better part of a year and a half, something like that. Some really great research out there, and there's a lot of incredible opportunities. I think it's probably the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I'll talk a little bit about that. But thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe so that we can get more people watching this, and we can get more of these out to the world and maybe help save some money or make some money for people. Have a great day. Hi, Mark Yegge here, and I want to tell you about what I think is the greatest investment opportunity of our lifetime, and that's crypto assets. It took me a while to get here, but this is where I am now. And if you're looking to make a solid investment in the crypto space, but you're not exactly sure how to go about it, or you want to be involved in a portfolio of professionally managed crypto assets, then you should know about our newest fund, IntelliGrowth Digital. Now, we're just opening it up to a limited number of accredited investors, and I think it could be poised to do incredibly well in the coming years. So if you want to learn more, there's a link in the description below that will lead you to a page that has lots of information about why I think this is the greatest investment opportunity we will ever see. And if you want to be a partner in this fund, you can take advantage of it. There will be a way to have a call with me or a member of my team to see if it's right for you. Now, here's what did it for me. In 2016, you needed 480 Bitcoin to buy the average American home. And now you need just 5. Amazing, right? And we're just getting started. It's just the very beginning. So click on the link below to get more information and to find out how you can become a partner.